Hello everybody, this is Hasha. Welcome to part 3 of Crossy Road game with Python and Pygame. In this tutorial, we are trying to use external images. Let's see here, this jelly beans and car PNG. So I provided a link in the description box for this 3-4 images. And what we need to do is, after you download it, download them, you put them in your image directory what we created in the first tutorial, and after go to your assets, and we need to load them one by one. So let's here comment section, and we call it class player assets. And we can create a variable something like player1 equal pygame.image.load, and here we need to use os path join to reference the directory which we put our files in it. So it will be os.path.join and image directory, where the directory which we created, and the name of the file. So the first file was jelly-01. So here will be jelly-01.png and .convert underscore alpha, which is used for transparency, for transparent color, the color, the fourth digit in each color. What we have, it's for example white 255 255 255, and the digit 4 is alpha color, which we can use it for transparent effect. So anyway, and let's create another variable here, for example player2. Let's just copy this line here, I can make this a bit bigger, copy. We have 3 files, and here player2, jelly2, and player3, jelly3. And the reason we have 3 files is because we are going to use them to create some sort of animation effect. And what else we need to do? Let's check if, okay, jelly01, jelly02, jelly03. All right, and we need another one. We create another section, comment, and we call it class car assets, because later on for player we are going to use some sort of sound effect or something. And here we will have different cars. So this is just starting car1 equal pygame.image.load, and again os.path.join image directory, and the name of the file. Where is the file? Was car_1 .png, and again .convert underscore alpha. Okay, and let's run the game and see if from the loading the assets we don't get any sort of error. Yeah, load is not, oh yeah, sorry, I got now everything is working. Now let's change this box with one of the images. Let's say we change it with jelly -01. So we go to run .py and okay, what we need to do is here, instead of image surface pygame.surface, we will change this pygame.surface with the image what we are load in our assets of player 1. So copy player 1 and let's comment this, and also we don't need image .field blue, so we can also comment this one, and here we just say self.image equal player 1. But now when we load the game or run the game, and obviously we load the file, we will see what will happen because the size will be out of alright, we have the image but it's too big for us, but still we can move it, right? What we need to do is we need to use a transform scale to reshape and rescale the image size with our width and height, which we set in the beginning of the class. So let's see after this, after we load the image here, we can say self.image equal transform that scale, and what we are going to transform self.image and to which size, self.width and self.height. All right, so we load the image here, we rescale it here, and we get the rect method here. So we can work with, for example, right side, top, left, down, whatever, and we set a position for our shape. So when we run the game, we have this little jelly here. Okay, and what else we need to do? Let's try to create animation. And as you can see, as you know, animation is just changing the image in some frames per second, and that animation effect is what we see. There is no movement. In fact, it's just effect, because our eyes, they can't follow the movement. So here we are going to loop over jelly 1, jelly 2, and jelly 3, and over, and we think that the shape will have some sort of animation. And for that, let's create another method here. We call it animation or animate self, and for that we need to have some sort of frame and speed and some sort of time control. For example, in every 200 frame, start from this time and finish to the to after looping through the frames, stop the time and do it over and over. I can't even talk today. And then let's create attributes called frame. The frame equal for now 0, and self dot frame rate. I'm not sure if we really need to have both of them. Maybe we don't need to have frame, we just need to have frame rate. Yeah, maybe we need to have frame rate to set a base measure for our time counter. Yeah, okay, no, forget about the frame. Self.frame rate equal 240, which will be 240 milliseconds. And here self.last update equal pygame.time.getTick. And all right, yeah, we can do it now. Now what we need to do is we set a zero time or null time with now equal again pygame.time.getTicks, and if now minus self.last update is greater than self.frame rate, which means if it's more than 240 milliseconds, then we null the time self.last update equal now, and after self.image equal now we need to have some sort of list for holding all our image for player. So come back to your asset file here and create a list player, let's say animation, for example, equal a list of player 1, player 2, and player 3. Now we have all our images. After we load them, we put them in the list, and after we loop over the list in every 240 milliseconds. Okay, so here will be set.image equal random.choice yeah, player animation. If it was animation, yeah, player animation. Okay, so self.image equal random.choice player animation, and again self.image equal pygame.transform.scale self.image self.width and self.height. So what we are doing, actually we could do like one by one from 0 to index 0 to index 2, which is 3 image one by one, but also random.choice is working because we will have some sort of random blinking effect, so it's better than like repeating over and over. And also because we only have 3 images, you won't feel any difference at all. Okay, and what we need to do now is we also reference or animate a method in update method, so self.animate. And let's run the game and see if it's working. Something is wrong. Player animation is not defined. Player animation. It wasn't player animation. Assets. It was player animation. Oh no, yeah. Maybe I have some sort of typo or something. Save, or I didn't save the file there. Okay, now it's looping through all those images and we see the effect and a little bit movement, which is kind of funny. But you got the idea. You can play with this method and see how maybe you can even change the image and come up with more smoother animation. And okay, now let's take care of the car. So we have we already wrote the class car here. Now we need to add some attributes. So again, self dot width equal, for now, 64, because we will see later about the size. Self dot height equals 64. And let's, instead of using pygame.surface, let's right away go for and set the image to external image. So self.image equal car underscore 1. All right. And we already have our cars. Then we can create one car now and see how big is it on the screen. Objects, we come here and say car, let's say car 1, or yeah, car 1 equal car, and player, because yeah, because we need to have player to connect them together, so later on we will have easier code for collisions and all those, for example, write some sort of score, or when we are dealing with lives for player. So we'll see. And car 1 equal class car with reference of player, and all sprites dot add car 1 and all cars dot add car 1. Let's run the code and see if we can see the car somewhere. Actually, we need to before we run the game. Let's put it somewhere. Self dots, we don't have a rect. All right, so no, let's take care of the rectangle first. Self dot rect equal self dot image dot get rect, and self dot rect dot center equal let's put in the middle of the screen. So let's say screen width divide by 2, and screen height also divided by 2. Let's see where it will appear. Exactly in the middle of the screen. This is our car, and we should make it a bit bigger, I guess. So after we load the image, let's, how big it can be. Self dot image equal pygame dot transform dot scale self dot image to self dot width and self dot height. Then let's here 256 and here 100, for example. Pygame server callable. Did I have any mistake here? Self.image is Pygame transform scale. Self.image, yes, I forgot one comma here. Yeah, not bad, but let's make it 128. No, it was better, I guess, before. Width 256, height 100. Okay, maybe it's cool, but the jelly is too big compared to car. It's monster jelly, but never mind. You can play with the size, but now let's take care of the movement of the car. So here, for example, as you see, the car can go to from the right to the left and from left to the right. So we have to also change the head of the car from left to the right and right to the left. Okay, so we need to have directions, and here we can have self dot directions equal a list of direction. So we will have the left, or we will have right, and self dot direction is self random dot choice self dot directions. So each time it will be left or it will be right. Yes, and also we need to have random speed. Self dot speed equal again random dot range something between 8 to 10 or 6 to 10. We will see how fast they are. Okay, and for car, again, we need to have some methods, again, for movement, for check the boundaries and check the collisions and updates. So let's create these empty methods and see if we can do it today. It's already, I don't know how long is it, this story, but define what we need define move self define check border self, what I'm doing, defined check borders self and define check collisions, I guess self and define update self, which we reference self dot move self dot check borders and self dot check collisions. Okay. At least Okay, I guess it's enough for today. We have our car image, we have our jelly bean image, monster jelly bean, and in next tutorial we are going to work on how to move the car from side to side and add more cars and take care of collision. So that's it for today, and if you like my tutorials, please subscribe, and I see you guys in next video. Thanks for watching.